When it comes to reinventing your image, there is simply no one better to chat with than our next guest, Traci Lords. 25 years ago, she came under fire for her controversial work in adult videos. Since then, Traci has taken charge of her image and completely transformed herself into a music, television, and film star. Let's welcome Traci Lords.
Hello.
Welcome, my dear. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
You got a big start in film. What was your big breakthrough?
Well, I think that Not of This Earth in 1986 or 1987.
Not of This Earth, which was a remake of the Roger Corman movie from the 60s?
Yeah, Beverly Garland starred in the original, and Jim Wynorski had the idea. He was working with Roger Corman, New Horizons, and they were going to redo that film, which Roger did a lot, and Jim cast me in it, and I was straight out of acting school at Lee Strasberg Theater Institute in LA, and I was very full of myself and full of the method acting, and I ended up in Griffith Park being chased by a man in dark sunglasses.
But so one of my favorite films of yours is Cry Baby. Now, do we have an image from Cry Baby?
There she is.
There she is.
Miss Wanda Woodward. John Waters did this film, Cry Baby. It was the first leading role Johnny Depp had done. He'd been in, he was on 21 Jump Street, and he had, I think, a role in Nightmare on Elm Street. But this was his first lead in a film, and Amy Locane was in it, and Iggy Pop, and Susan Tyrrell, and all these really great people, Ricki Lake. And just
now that was Ricki Lake's
costumes.
first appearance, wasn't it?
No, she was in Hairspray.
Oh, she was in Hairspray before that. Okay.
But I think that the costumes, that's probably the most iconic role that I've ever had.
Now, there's another movie that I really love, speaking of ghastly things, which was Blade. Now, this brings up the question, what do you wear when you have a head full of blood?
It just doesn't matter. It was all about the teeth. You know, I became very suspicious of Blade one day. We shot Blade in the blazing summer in the San Fernando Valley. And I'm not kidding you, it was like 120 degrees, and they had built like a tunnel from our, basically the trailers were at one area, and then you would walk across the lot, and you had to walk down this hallway that was like a tunnel onto the stage, and as you walked there, first thing, when you got to set, it would squirt with like all these hoses and douse your body with cold, wet blood. What was supposed to be blood. It was disgusting. I should have been very suspicious one morning when I went to work and my trailer, the inside of my trailer, was all covered in plastic. So now, glamorous.
Hollywood seems to run on the fuel of typecasting. So what has been your biggest challenge in recreating your image?
I think the biggest challenge for me has been taking it too seriously. I think that, you know, right when I did the transition from X-rated films into mainstream films, I was so defensive and I was so young, and I just really still didn't know who I was or what I was trying to say. So I think that for me, more than what I was going to wear, it was the fact that I was actually going to wear something. That was like a key component. Now, I mean, I just look at it and I kind of laugh. You know, it has been 25 years. It's interesting that when people hear my name, they still think of sex. It's the first thing they think of when they think of me. You know, it's interesting. John Waters once said to me, "You don't ever have to do another like naughty thing in your life, but you'll always be like a badass." And I guess that's kind of cool in a way.
It is cool. I mean, you know, in that period, you've done television, you've done film. What was your favorite?
I've had a great ride with my music. I'm loving the fact that I'm working with a record company, an independent, where I'm hands-on with everything. I'm really excited about M2F2, and
M2F2 is your new album?
Yeah, it was released on iTunes just 2 days ago, and I have 3 new songs on it, but it's also a collection of just various artists, and it really takes you on this very erotic, fun, sexy journey.
Oh, excellent.
So it's one of those records that you could go home with a date and put it on at the beginning of the evening, and the evening can progress however, and it's still the right music.
Seduction music?
It's a sexy record, yeah.
Excellent. The Excision is coming out.
So we were
Tell me
talking
a little bit
about
about
things. It's an independent. Richard Bates Jr. directed it and wrote it, and it was accepted into Sundance this last January, and Annalyn McCord is in it. My friend John Waters has a cameo as a priest, and he's hilarious. Anchor Bay is releasing it the 16th of October, and it's a fun ride. It's scary, it's horrifying, it's all those things. It definitely makes you think. It's perfect for October.
No, but listen, before we go, do you have any like secrets from behind the Hollywood curtain that you want to share with our viewers?
Well, what you said earlier, I think, is the most important secret. It's all about the core.
Yeah.
Got to get that.
Lift that core. Lifting from the core
you know,
every time.
never let them talk you into something you know makes you look like you have a huge ass.